If you're a Redtail CRM user and you're currently not utilizing the contact roles function within Redtail, you should reconsider and start thinking about what are the best ways to optimize this. In today's video, we're going to be showing you how you can achieve that by updating your contact roles, keeping them clean in your CRM, and we'll also give you a use case as to why you should be doing that. Hi, my name is Matthew and I work at Advisor Tech Partners. We help financial advisory firms build out processes, workflows, and automations within their Redtail CRM. If your firm currently struggles with any of the relevant issues that we're going to be covering in this video, or maybe something else within your Redtail CRM, please feel free to schedule an intro call with us in the link in our description below. So in our example today, we have Joe Schmo. So we know that Joe is married to Jane as well. So what we're going to want to do is update the contact role for Joe. And the way we're going to do that is on the right-hand side, and I'll refresh here just so that you can see that extremely clear. You're going to see this button on the left-hand side called More. So we'll click More, and that drops down a lot more options that, hey, maybe you haven't explored yet because you may be a new Redtail user. But we'll go down here and we'll look for our permissions and roles. So should be towards the bottom here. So we have permissions and roles. Once we click on that, we're going to see this option here below to edit roles. So we'll click that edit roles function and we see that we have our options for an advisor, an associate advisors, and a CSA. So the way that Redtail is set up, we know that there are 3 different roles that we can provide. So in your case, hey, maybe there's only a lead advisor or an advisor, and then there is a CSA. If that's your case and that's how your firm currently operates, by all means, you don't have to fill out the associate role function. You only have to do the advisor and the CSA. Now you may be asking yourself the question, why should I keep this contact information updated? Well, that's a great question. The reason why you'd want to do that is because if you're building out your processes, your workflow steps, or maybe you're starting to really get into the contact search function within your CRM, you're going to want to be able to pinpoint who is in charge of this contact in the relationship. So I'll give you an example of a use case as to why you should keep these roles updated. If your firm currently is building out processes, workflows, maybe you have a beneficiary update workflow and you know that the CSA should be able to take the whole workflow up into their hands, go out, prep the paperwork, send out the paperwork back to the custodian, and making sure that those updates happen. That's where we would rely on this role being set. So if I know that Jeff Russin, or Jeff, on our team here at Advisor Tech Partners is in charge and is a CSA on this relationship for Joe Schmo, if I launch the workflow and I assign it to the CSA of the relationship, again for Joe, I know that Jeff will automatically be assigned this beneficiary update workflow, and I don't have to worry about manually assigning these things to him, specifically in my CRM. So once I'm comfortable with all of these roles and I've updated them, we'll go ahead and click on this blue Update Roles button. And before we finish up, I just want to make sure that this is clear. You also want to do this for a spouse. So again, we want to go ahead and on the left-hand side, click on this Permissions and Roles button, and then we'll click the blue Add Roles. And then again, we'll set the same parameters here. So we'll say that Matthew, myself, is the advisor, Jeff is the associate, as well as the CSA. And then we'll click that blue Add Roles button. So great, once I've added this and these are updated, I now know if I'm setting up and building out these processes and workflows for my firm, I don't have to manually remember or just have to remember who's in charge of this relationship. Like I know it's one of my 5 CSAs at my firm. Now you can do this and effectively launch that beneficiary workflow, and then it'll go and route to the correct person on your team. If you found this video helpful, please feel free to like this video and subscribe. We push out a lot of similar content like this related to Redtail CRM, as well as some other advisor tech platforms that may be relevant to your firm. So again, subscribe and keep up with our content that we push out weekly.